In addition to the use cases, I would say there's probably some other features or quirks or myths, so to speak, when it comes to HSAs and their use cases or some of the nuances that are associated with them. So, do you have any things that you'd like to make sure that you talk about when it comes to some of the underlying under the hood stuff when it comes to an HSA?
Yeah, I think the biggest one, and we already touched on this, but I'm just going to say it again. A lot of people think if you don't use your money within an HSA, you lose it. And that is not the truth. Remember, HSAs, they're not use it or lose it. Like, the funds roll over for a lifetime, which is great. A lot of people, don't think that they can invest their HSA. We touched on it briefly, but like if you have the minimum within that account, you don't have to be Warren Buffett to turn it on. They tend to be, pretty user friendly in order to get that nest egg growing, kind of for your long term wealth. A lot of people think that HSAs disappear when when people retire. That is not the truth. Once you retire, I actually think that this account becomes more beneficial, and it should be an account that should be a part of your holistic financial plan just because of the long term benefits. There's others that just think because when you open up an HSA, a lot of times the HSA owner, so to speak, thinks that they can only use it for their qualified medical expenses, but that's not the truth. You can actually use it for your spouse or any tax dependents. So if your spouse has medical expenses, you can use it. If you have kids that are your tax dependents, you can use your HSA. So it has a lot of beneficiaries that can be tied to that one account that you can use it for. And I think finally, just, in conversations with clients that I have, they just think it's way too complicated. And it's another account to kind of add to the rest of, their investable accounts. And again, it's very easy. Once you kind of get a handle on it and you have your strategy in place, they tend to be, very simplistic types of accounts that have such a, solid long-term benefits.